Okay, hopefully everything's working well. Hello? Hello, buddy. Hello. I hope everyone's been doing well today. Sorry, I'm just like moving things so loud. I just realized I went to mute my gaming scene and not the scene. My bad, everyone. I hope everyone's been doing well tonight. Today it is a Sunday night, so every today is going to be another tiny bunny. Sorry if like things are looking odd. Just got my table, make sure like everything's set up. I got myself a cup of coffee and some like crackers. But yeah, no. As the title suggests, I'm actually quite tired. I spent practically this whole day just cleaning the house. Like, not like just regularly cleaning the house, but cleaning like really specific time consuming places. Like, cleaning the grill well, cleaning the bathrooms well, cleaning the fridge out. That was annoying. Plus, making dinner with grilling stuff. But no. Um, Before I will start Tiny Bunny, I haven't booted up the game yet. I have made some progress on the art in terms of the current animation, and I have made some progress on the code, but I'm not gonna showcase the code due to the fact that I haven't gotten like a lot of progress done that I feel is like justifiable to show off the progress. But no. So I started doing the cleaner sketch of the farmer, and currently I'm just working on. Yeah, and it really does look like just the eyes are going down and not really the. I don't think I really saw off like the head is actually moving much more downwards. And this looks like, oh, just the eyes are going down. But it did look like that the nose did move down a bit. But I do hope Emma's been going down. But yeah, now this is the progress I've gotten done so far at the moment. So you can see here, I'm just working on the head movement specifically and the details of the face. And once that's done, I'm gonna continue with like the remaining part of the body, like like the dress shirt, the overalls, and like the boots and the arms. But no. That's how the current animation is going. It really does look like that the because yeah, it's supposed to go down some more. But no. Oh, hello, Water Lotus. How are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. How was your carnival hunt matches? As sorry, I wasn't been as active back in the chat when I got back from the dinner. That's good to hear. It definitely looks like the eyes go a bit too down. Let's just save this, and I just need to boot up the game now. It was good. Okay, Okay, that's good to know. Move this. Oh, wait, let me just move some tabs. Sorry, I just need to boot up Tiny Bunny now. Yeah. The context I was showing earlier, Lotus, that the little like animation is I'm currently working on animating my third character's walk cycle. Because like I've done the rough sketch of the animation done. I just need to do the cleaner sketch, but there's some more like details on it. And I feel like I wasn't really showing off that the head is facing more down when he moves. But no, like legit, Lotus. Today I was mostly tired. Okay, now let's go to Tiny Bunny. Oh. Okay, let me know if you guys are able to hear the game, see the game, and hear it as well. Yeah, I think I might increase the volume just a bit. Yeah, it's all like cleaning the house. It's like I want to do cleaning today. I just expect the amount of cleaning my family will get done today. Okay. You might see trying. Oh, you might try at one point. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm very much curious to see what kind of choices you'll make. So here is where I'm currently at. So in terms of the context, I am now in chapter 3. The bully character is now missing. And I've decided to go more with Paulina in terms of this specific route. And I took the notebook and her gift too. Belina Mogaja. Okay, let's take a look at how this point's gonna go. Because the plan is currently only chapter 4 is out. Chapter 5 is coming soon, but we don't know when exactly. So I think once I'm done chapter 4, I might do some of the other routes to see like how things go. Okay? I took out the notebook during class. With utmost care, as if it was some sort of fragile treasure, skimmed through it, reading into the other people's preferences. I was quite surprised to discover Romka's jokey handwriting inside. Roma Puyatfa 6B Snafutska February hanging out, buying a BMW. So it's when I go, don't trust, don't fret, don't ask. DuckTales. Bayasha. His letters bulge out of the cells as if embarrassed by their sapeliness. Feels some Wopka found time for something so silly. I chuckled into my fist after I found out that Wopka's favorite cartoon was not even Darkwing Duck, but DuckTales. Somewhere in the distance, a teacher was reciting pieces of Ajiv's Snapper. I paid them no mind. Beyond the page was it together with flower drawings and clipping from the Cool Girl magazine. 6B, my book. Listening, see the world, with losing the people I love. I don't know what the numbers mean, honestly. Town is musical beauty, grandpa. Her favorite musician is Schubert. Her best friend is her grandpa. Her hobby is not violin, like I expected, but much more mysterious listening. Can such a mundane process really be someone's hobby? I looked at a little over the head of the other students, so he was focused on taking notes. It depends on like what do you mean by like listening. Like just listening to music is one thing. Listening to like other people's conversations is another. Because like sometimes if I like eat out with my family, like if me and my family go out or maybe out and about, I sometimes like to focus on like listening into like other people's conversations because some people are quite loud when they talk, and sometimes it is interesting to hear what other people are going through or like what other people are talking about. I sometimes overhear juicy conversations, gossip, and like conversations I was not expecting the people to talk about in public. Like, have you ever like guys watched a show and like two people are discussing something out in public, and I'm like, how the fuck is no one else overhearing this stuff? I flipped the page until I found a blank one and armed myself with a pen. Questions. What's your name? What class are you in? Your favorite music, holiday, your hobby, your dream, your hero, biggest fear, phone number, favorite cartoon, and best friend. Enter Petrov, class B, 6B. I took a long time to decide my favorite musician until a trendy pop band comment came to mind with a cool dancer in the music video. A Soviet and Russian techno-pop band most popular from the late 80s to early 90s. Founded by Bogdan Titomir and Sergei Lenkov, it is mostly remembered for unique dancing performances and for writing a music theme for the Captain Plum cartoon. Garmin. Favorite holiday? This was easy, New Year. Novigorod. Drawing is for the hobby. Going to Disneyland, I guess. My hero. My hand moved when I started writing the. I summoned those two letters. What if those who read this after me would find my answer laughable and stupid? Was he about to say Dad? After thinking for a bit, I decided not everything should be disclosed on paper. That's how Dad turned into Spider-Man. The spelling was wrong, but who cares? Biggest fear. I made a word losing a person who's dear to me. Phone number, no secrets. Kind of funny to think like you might be like doxing yourself in like this little silly questionnaire book. Transformers. For me, that would have been like Scooby-Doo Mission Incorporated. I isn't sitting on the pen's cap. Your best friend. I wouldn't present out too loud. It was easy, but at the same time very important. My answer consists of 3 letters, and I fill them in the cell with care. You. Ah, that is cute. He repeated when running out of the school. Refreshing frosty air made my cheeks turn beet red. It was bright outside, and the sun looked like a whole egg yolk. The world looked as if it was silver. The snow sparkled under the sunlight. I smiled, shrinking from the binding whiteness. There was also something magical on my chest that beckoned me. Because friendship can grow into something bigger. Hey, what's up with that stupid grin? My numb limbs immediately sank. Biasa was surfing his feet in the middle of the yard, his boots restless on the ice. It's not a grin. I tried to go around him to no avail. Lady Fortune waved me goodbye, disappearing in the early twilight. In a hurry, eh? A little bit. My dad's waiting for me. I'll shoot him a paper message that you're not coming, eh? A wireless telecommunication device that receives and displays a mimic of voice messages to send a message to another person's paper. You have to call a special line, provided the recipient's number or name, and read your message aloud. My eyes flinched unwittingly, my skin dampened. Let's go, eh? We have a small business to discuss. I felt chills run over my body. I didn't like the sound of that small business. Those words accompanied by spitting normally hid very dark deeds underneath them. Strangers I used to call out old apartments used to say, "Get your old man, we have a small business to discuss." Biasa turned around and he looked like an astronaut in his tight hood. If I were to imagine it as a sound, he would be a deafening whistle, a signal given by someone who stands watch. To my demise, there was nobody at the backyard. Oh, fuck. Apart from the grim-faced Romka. Oh, they played Handman. Pravda. Okay, that's right. Bit. Здесь Billy Biasa. Okay, this means here was Biasa. He stood there, his feet wide apart, with his right hand hidden behind his back. Romka's dry lips were tightly pressed. He kept shooting glances at me as he looked around. From the bottom of my heart, I hoped that Romka hadn't seen me together with Polina. There he is, eh? I see that. Well, hello there, Antosa. What do you want? Yeah, the switchblade. Oh. He slowly took out a thin, convincingly shaped blade from behind his back. A knife. The sealed butterfly of death that flies towards the victim's heartbeat. I stepped back instinctively and rammed my back into Biaska. Romka's minion pushed me back. We want to know. Do you have any hard feelings for me or Biaska? Romka started picking on his yellow nail, looking at me with his evil smoke on his face. Why is he not nail yellow in the first place? Well, there in the forest, we kind of roughed you up. It's just our poor upbringing, you know. I don't know why, I actually oddly like this facial expression. I think it's because of the gap between his teeth. Yeah, not as cultured as you city folks. Okay, hold up. Backlog.
Да, до вас городских далеко.
So what he kind of said in Russian was like, yes, city's quite far from here. Like, daleko kind of means like far away.
Вот порой нас и заносит.
So we get festy sometimes. I nodded, my eyes glued to the knife.
Скажи, Антоша,
Hey, Antosa,
я тебя в последний раз не сильно огрел?
did I by any chance go too hard on you last time?
Да нет.
Not really?
Ну и славно.
Wonderful.
А то я затревожился, что память тебе отбил. И ты запамятовал, о чем мы втолковывали.
I almost got worried that I damaged your brain and you forgot about the lesson I taught you.
Я помню.
I remember. The blade glowed under the setting sun, and Romka's eyes had the same evil glow. He stepped towards me. His knife traveled inches away from my coat. One movement and steel would cut into the cloth, and if he presses deeper,
Нам одна птичка напела. Ты опять возле Полины отирался?
a little bird told us that you were snooping about Polina again. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Polina was. My brain was malfunctioning, my knees were shaking. Suddenly, our class rep slowly walked it up to Romka from behind. Then the guys, he kind of got dripping that winter gear, not gonna lie.
Смотрю, мальчики, вы нашли общий язык.
I see you boys are getting along quite well. Oh, let me listen to that again.
Смотрю, мальчики, вы нашли общий язык.
It's like, oh, look at... It's like... I think it's like, oh, look at you boys, you found... I think she meant like something like, oh, look, you boys found the bunny.
За мной должок, Катька.
I owe you one, Katya.
Ой, не благодари, Ромочка. Я всегда на страже настоящей любви.
Oh, no need to thank me, Romska. I'm always fighting for true love. Romska. Yeah, that's again ending with like the K.
Да-да-да.
I'll kill you, I swear.
Так, я не слышу. Ты к Полине подходил или нет?
I can't hear you. Were you near Polina or not?
Мы так болтали.
Well, we didn't hang out or anything.
Болтать будешь кишками, когда я тебе брюхо вскрою.
The only thing hanging out here will be your guts when I cut open your stomach. The blade slid across my sleeve, with its dull side and reaching my collar. Oh, hi, Yen-chan! You got in at an interesting time. You can see our character's having a knife on him. I hope you've been doing well tonight. I want to say because I feel like I'm about to be entering a choice soon. Yes, I did, and I am okay. That's good. You're doing well. For context, I'm a bit tired from this weekend. Yes, it was a lot of work because, I had my job, and today, cleaning the house. The wind made my face cold, but the bed of sweat still tickled from my temple.
Наверное, мне надо объяснить так, чтоб ты понял.
I guess I need to explain in a way you'll understand. The split up handle and the blade spun in a dangerous dance, just like a helicopter blade to sweep away everything in their way. I tried to dodge, but after taking a step back, I slipped and fell on my butt. If waiting for this opportunity, Polina's emily lunged from under the collar towards the blade. The leather cord prevented the claw from piercing the assailant's neck, and the charm fell to my chest with a thud. I expected to be cut so badly that I ended up choking on my own blood. But for some reason, Romka just stood there staring at me. He had his knife ready to cut, but his eye was fixated on the bubbling hanging from my neck. He growled something evil under his breath. This is a cool shot. Oh, and the fact the eye is also animated with blinking too, it makes this even better. God damn it. Sorry. Headphones acting funky. Polina's gift was driving Romka crazy, but it tried his hands at the same time. The pause lasted so unnaturally long that it made Bayaska frown in confusion. No, legit, I really like the facial expressions in this game. Like, legit. The fuck? This face is perfect. Oh, I want to see them more. The sound of creaking windows open up came from above. Piatyafana. I felt the rush of adrenaline and spin it away, almost taken off into the air. Romka came to his senses when I was already far away, so he shouted his dreadful warning at my back.
Попробуй еще раз
Don't you dare
по-заводу.
forget again.
Антоша!
Antosa. I died this so I get low. I'm probably going to have you in the background. It's so sorry. Oh, it's perfectly fine, Enchan. I got myself some drink and some crackers. The aftertaste of horrible water, I drank down my meds with lingering in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Polina. I wandered around the house, feeling intoxicated and nodding to everything my sister said without trying to discern her words. Oli was talking non-stop, at times lifting up her arms and laughing, only to then suddenly go quiet and give me Mom's signature glantly look. I was yanked out of that prison of my own mind, with seething thoughts pecked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. I stared back at Olya, looked like a mini version of her mom right now. Well, to be precise, she looked like the person Mom turned into when we moved here, with her imitating posture and her eyebrows directed towards the ceiling.
Ты меня не слушал, так?
You weren't listening to me, were you? She tried spitting out those words at me, copying facial expressions of the person she spent almost all her free time with. For a moment, I felt like the light Olya excluded all those hues, roared and revered into the wind of prolonged change. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into the dragon that was once guarding her prison tower. That thought was very much scarier to me than any other horse speaking up to me from the future.
Оля, прости.
Oi, Ola,
Ты же не сердишься, правда?
I don't
Я просто задумался.
I didn't want to make you mad. I just got lost in thought. I looked around the room, my glances jumping from one object to another, like a hungry beast trying to find anything that could distract Olya.
Давай в приставку поиграем.
Let's play the console. Olya pouted, but there was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's eye sods inside them started thawing.
А как же второй джойстик? Не
God damn it.
работает же.
So my headphones keep bloody disconnecting. I definitely got a new one stat. And what about the second control? It stopped working.
А папе починить некогда.
If Dad has no time to fix it,
Можем из пистолета пострелять.
we can play with the light gun.
Ковбоев или уток. Хочешь?
What do you want to play? Cowboys, ducks?
Ты лучше меня играешь.
You're better than me at both.
Да ладно тебе.
Oh, come on.
Ади целый день тренировалась, пока меня дома не было.
You must have been practicing the whole time while I was away from home. Olya busted out laughing. Her heart was warm once again.
А как ты догадался?
And how did you know?
Я сейчас знаешь, какая меткая. Считай, уже проиграл.
But I'm a sooner now. You're already lost.
Не на того напала. Включай скорее.
You picked the wrong fighter. Come on, turn it on. Oh. Okay, let's begin to open this. I hid Simon's signet ring in my desk drawer. I'm so unsure whether I did the right thing by stealing a critical piece of evidence from the police. I'm not a bit worried that if more people go missing, their items are gonna start appearing in this drawer. Like, that's one motif I'm kind of worried from seeing. Like, the more people go missing, the more items will have this placed here. And then the police will just wait at our house and just boom, look at this drawer. Like, I placing my bets that the police are gonna come in and look in for him at one point. Then I relocated to my sister's room. Little Olia jumped in towards the TV set and after flicking the power switch, started blindly fleeing around the backside of the Phantom, trying to plug the console's cable into the antenna input. Bits of Jack Chan, what the fuck? Oh, Home Alone! Okay, that's some surprise imagery. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen, when I aimed myself with the remote to look for a channel with the sought-after Dandy single.
Что дома интересного происходило?
Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Olia's expression suddenly changes. He lost all of the childish nonchalance he worked so hard to acquire before.
Оль, что-то случилось?
What happened, Olia? My sister managed to put the cables in its place and started busting off her dust-covered hands. She was clearly looking for the course to continue the conversation.
Мама,
Oh, this music. Olia went silent, and for the moment I thought I saw tears welling up in her eyes.
у нее опять был этот страшный...
She had this scary thing happen to her again. My sister looked at me with red eyes. Again? Yes, she had a fit, huh? This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Oh, God damn it, the whole music. This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we moved to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency.
Папа принес большую рыбу.
Dad brought home a big fish.
Она в газету была завернута и пахла так... Бэ.
It was wrapped in newspaper and had a foul smell.
А мама опять начала злиться. Потом взяла нож.
Mom got angry again and then she took a knife. Olia scrubbed, looking fearfully out of the window.
И начали громко ругаться. И
Then they started screaming at each other. I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all.
потом мама ударила.
The mom stuck it like this. Orla's moved her fist downwards, imitating a strike.
Рыбу.
She hit the fist.
Она была живая тоже. Ей было больно. А мама...
Oh. It was still alive. Those, it must have been in pain and mom. It was easy to imagine what happened next. The withering face with a blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling musk into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit by a bus in front of us, and the blood was smeared over the windshield. Oh, that's fucked if that actually happened. Or when Grandpa chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Her eyes would roll over and she would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree and started withering just like that agonizing fist, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences.
Он ей помог?
What about that? Did he help her? I don't like the flashing lights here. Always as if you remember it pained her.
Но вначале
Yes, but at first,
он засмеялся тоже.
he started laughing to herself.
Страшно, когда увидел, что маме плохо.
He let out an evil laugh when he saw Mom was in trouble.
А потом вдруг заплакал.
But then he just cried. Always it made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the forest oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped towards Olia and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest, and I could feel my sweat becoming wet.
Зачем они так издеваются друг над другом тоже?
Why are they bullying each other, Tosa?
Они сумасшедшие.
Are they crazy? I get uncomfortable every time I see the window. I started unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had ran out of words, and all I could do was hug Oya even tighter. Fucking! Fuck, that got me. Holy shit. Oh my god. And I thought it was gonna come from the window, not fuck you, CB. Holy hell. Oya screamed and hid behind me. Turn it off, quick! No matter how many times he saw this intro, he always react the same. Just like when he sat that owl. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time that ghastly face appeared on the screen, so I immediately complied with my sister's request. A TV company's logo depicting a somatic lead of a Chinese philosopher, Yao Xin, with a three-legged toad on top of his head, is instilled horror in the whole generation of the 90s kids in West. Damn, China. Yeah, to really scare that many kids in West. Like, this is the weirdest. You know what? Hold up. Nah, maybe a later date. There's like another TV company. There's like an animation studio that's just have the most unfortunate name. Okay, it looks like the only option we have right now is to play that game. I don't know if I took off another route, I would have like a different option. Finally, the game section screen showed up with the cortex that was blurred with the console. Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. Goose Hunt, Tank 01, Cell B 00, Wild Gunsman 00, Lunar Ball 00, Tank 02, Goose Hunt, Small B, I see. I picked it up the gray rectangle controller and started looking around the pixels letters to find the familiar English word for duck. Background music from the menu soothed Alia's mind, and she asked me in a calm voice,
Как твои дела в школе?
"How are things at school?"
Я с одной девочкой подружился.
I became friends with a girl.
Она красивая?
Is he pretty? I got embarrassed.
Ну, я не знаю.
I don't know.
Ты засмущался. Значит, очень красивая.
You're right. She must be very pretty.
Перестань, Оль.
Stop it, Olya.
Влюбился.
You got a crush on her, you love her.
Оля, блин, сейчас не буду с тобой играть.
Olya, stop acting like this and I won't play with you.
Да я пошутила.
I was joking.
А ты нас познакомишь?
Will you introduce us?
Ну, может быть.
Maybe.
А как ее зовут?
And what's your name?
Полина.
Paulina.
А ты покраснел.
You turned red again.
А где вы будете жить, когда поженитесь?
And where will you live when you get married?
Мы будем играть или нет?
Are we playing or not? I plugged the light gun into the second controller port, listening to my sister's laugh.
Юлия первая.
I'll go first. Oh, damn. I can just unplug it. This is actually kind of fun. I never played Duck Hunt. I know recently there's like a new like horror game based off of the Duck Hunt games. It's like a VR game, but that's...
Это я тебе поддалась.
I was going easy on you here. Yeah, I have it as like a horror game recently. But it's like a VR one, and I don't have like a VR headset, so I don't know if I can actually like play it. The fact I have the option is to... Holy fuck, okay, these are going fast. Oh, the chance of like... Oh, I'm shit. I'm actually curious if, like... Nice.
О, это ты виноват, что я промазала.
Ooh, it's your fault I miss. Final lap. Holy fudge, I'm moving way too fast. Okay, I got it. But I got at least one. I got one.
Неситова! Ты ближе к экрану стоял! Я с тобой так больше не играю!
It doesn't count. You're closer to the screen. I'm not playing with you anymore. I was accused of having just a rage quit. My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt. Anton, there's a call for you. It's a goal. I sobered up in the instant and rushed into the hallway.
Не споткнись, смотри.
Watch your step. I grabbed the phone, passed it to my chest, and looked it at my mom. She shrugged and went into the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Olia as he went.
Алло?
Hello?
У твоей мамы такой молодой голос.
Your mom has such a great young voice.
А, ну да. Она сама молодая.
Yeah, I mean, she is young.
Не мешаю?
Are you busy right now? I don't look in the rest of you guys like, am I bothering you?
Нет, что ты.
No, of course not. Immediately dropping the list, sister. If only you knew how costly this conversation could be for me, what risk I took on answering this call. There was a pen and a savvy notepad laying on the nightstand. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across the paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts.
Я прочла твои ответы.
I read your answers.
Тебе действительно Кармен нравится?
Do you really like Carmen?
Мне, если по правде, русский рок больше нравится.
I like Russian rock more, to be
Но я
honest.
почему-то постеснялся это написать.
I was too embarrassed to put it there for some reason.
А хочешь, Антоша, и я честный буду?
And do you want me to be honest with you, Antosa?
Конечно.
Of course. I drew my pen an outline of a girl's face, her eyes, her long eyelashes. Felina spoke in a hushed voice, probably to keep her grandpa from hearing.
Здесь ужасно тоскливо.
I'm bored to death here.
Дома?
At home?
В поселке.
In the village.
Здесь никогда и ничего не происходит. А если происходит, то всякая гадость.
There's nothing going on here, and if there is, it's always something nasty.
И дело даже не в пропавших детях.
And it's not even about the missing kids.
Музыки мало.
There's almost no music here.
Но у тебя же кассеты есть.
Don't you have your cassettes?
Я не про записи.
I'm not talking about audio
Я
records.
про... голос этого места.
I mean this place's voice.
Не мелодичный. Всё шуршит, как патефонная игла. Скрипит. Изредка.
It's not melodic at all. It's rustling like a record player's needle. It's just squeaking in moans from time to time.
Тут неуютно. Тесно очень.
It feels uncomfortable, suffocating.
Не знаю, как объяснить тебе.
I don't know how else to explain this. My pen tips adraft a house surrounded by tall trees.
Кажется, я тебя понимаю.
I think I know what you mean.
Моя сестренка говорит, что чувствует себя заточенной в темницу.
My little sister says that she feels like a prisoner here.
Вот и я. Я очень люблю дедушку. И бросить его боюсь.
Me too. But I love my grandpa. I don't want to abandon him.
Но порой так хочется убежать. Далеко-далеко.
Sometimes I want to escape so badly, somehow very far away. Into the forest, I thought half-heartedly, to run under the falling snowflakes to make your fur white, and the branches that hide you from praying eyes.
Я, когда рисую, будто путешествую.
When I draw, I feel like I'm transported to another place.
У меня также со скрипкой.
It's the same for me and the violin.
Убегаю по смычку в небо.
I ran up the bow straight to the sky. I realized I was trying a butterfly knife and cross it over. Thinking of Ronka ruined my mood. Before I could reply, Olya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover. Encyclopedia of a young lady.
Ты долго еще?
Will you take long? I covered the handset of my hand.
Я разговариваю.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Почитай мне, пожалуйста.
Read me a bedtime story, please.
Мама уснула.
Mama fell asleep.
Иди к себе, я сейчас.
Go to your room, I'll be there in a minute.
Только быстрее, ладно?
Be there quickly, okay?
Ладно.
Fine. My last reply sounded exhaustively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister run up the stairs.
Прости, надо бежать.
Sorry, I need to run.
Мне тоже.
Me too.
Спасибо, что выслушал.
Thank you for lending an ear. My ear vibrated from the buzzing sound. I dragged my feet to the second floor, thinking of the girl I should talk to if I didn't want to die from a knife wound. I wish I could tell Dad asking for his manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly.
Ну, где твоя книжка?
Well, where's your book? I saw that the kid's room was empty.
Оль.
Olya, oh, and where's she? She probably stuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were waving like there was something hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaking towards the window and threw open the curtains. What the fuck? Gotcha! There was no one behind the cloth. The window was a TV set showing winter scenery. Who the fuck are they? Lamppost, a field, and a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Oh no, oh no. Alicia and Olya, and probably Alicia's upset of us because we're not siding with oh fuck. Alisa, why are you here? I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Alisa was landing Olya into the ticket. Gotta book it. Hold up. Oh god damn it, headphones! Oh my... Seriously, I need to get new headphones quickly for my computer. I needed less than a minute to hurry, dress, and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried a cold, relentless smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the fields. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the foxhole because of her height. I ran towards the fence, listening to the howling wind and squeaking snow. One of the figures moved and slowly guided towards a thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Willie landed on my shoulder like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started writhing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flimsy fortress I left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat.
Оля!
Ola,
Ты видел лисичку?
have you seen a foxy?
Оля, зачем ты вышла на улицу?
Olga, why did you go outside?
Если мама узнает...
If mom finds out, my sister froze in place, facing the Tagya. She was in her hands reached, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. Fucking hell! Oh god, that got me. Fuck. Damn. Two successful scares on me. A pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that form an owl's face, and this looks like it's in CGI. Something wearing a bird's mask was staring at me.
Не узнает.
Hoot hoot, she won't. Hooty. The voice sounded exactly like Olya's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers and the carton. Oh, we got baited. I sprinted away as if I got wiped in. The masked creature only pretended to be Olga, just to lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. The yellow light in the window granted me hope. My mom and sister are there, my salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owl can fly? I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Oh, that's the wolf, I think. From the snoot black shadows of my house, a scruffy wolf cub crawled out of the suit in my way. Its movements was jokey, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance. Or convincingly joined a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in those werewolf convulsion made me freeze in place. The boy in a wolf costume rubbed his side against the wolf's post and fell to its knees. Kind of like what my cat does. Normally, like, some animals will, like, rub their sides or head against an object to kind of mock it as there. My cat Gracie kind of does that all the time against my furniture. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes snore. But he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I stood with my feet, my mouth ached, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in the mask. Viscous drop fell to the wood planks. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whisked me to save myself. That's a bear. The fence was flashing by the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction this time, towards the toothy edge of the forest that smelled of pine. My heartbeat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Plastering snow preventing me from standing up, from propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer, like the toxic fumes of burial pies. I ran again, gasping for the air that stung my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down, and my ears were now hot from the freezing cold, while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision you think I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered from one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random batch. Branches whipped at my clothes, pricked at my skin like a butcher's that were holding a pig into a grinder. A knot of roots sprouting from the ground grabbed my foot. I ran into this shankly trunk, slid down the breast, and looked around in a panic.
Ух, какой ты быстрый!
Ooh, you're so fast! My first desire was to dash towards her and hug her. I realized it and squeezed myself even tight into the pine.
Что ты здесь делаешь?
You, what are you doing here?
Да вот,
This and that. See, I was holding the hat I lost.
дело находок подрабатываю.
Working part-time and lost and found.
Надевай, а то уши замерзнут, а потом, глядишь, и вовсе отвалятся.
Put it on, or your ears will freeze and maybe fall off soon. She giggled. I screamed in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Elisa might be holding a severed head or something even sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. Thanks. I took it and pulled it over my forehead.
О,
Feeling warmer? I didn't reply.
Там во дворе были какие-то дети.
There were some children in the yard.
и что, покусали тебя, что ли?
Eh? Did they bite you or something?
Нет.
No.
А чего же ты убежал?
Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after wooling the thought of my tongue, I mumbled.
Не знаю.
I didn't know.
Обещала не обзывать тебя дурачком.
And I promised I would never call you a deuce again.
Я обещание
Oh.
исполняю.
Oh well, I'll keep my promise. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sense a familiar aroma of mint, orange, and burnt sparklers. I want to lean into the Alice to savor the minute details of her smell.
Сколько можно повторять? Со мной ты в безопасности.
How many times do I need to tell you? You save us longer with me.
Я твой друг.
I'm your friend.
И они.
And they are too. I quickly turn around towards the place the Foxgirl was pointing to. Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they look like kids, since they were all pretty short. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. Fucking furries. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around but couldn't find you.
А я не копал, лень копать было.
And I didn't care enough. Wait, why does he sound like Simon? The kid that went missing back in shop 2.
А ну как получается? Если дурак, ты бегай да копай.
You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig.
А если умный, подожди, пока другие набегаются, накопаются и устанут.
And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging.
А уж тогда заводи разговор.
Then you start talking.
Как я рад.
You are a rat.
Дегенерат.
Doing the rat.
А?
Не обращай внимания. Он со странностями.
Don't mind him, he's a weirdo. I stood there stupefied, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words of these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile. I want to save. Because if there's a chance I have an option to choose who I want to hang out, I think that may be a good point. To save.
Вы просто меня напугали.
He just scared me at all. They started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted as if I said something funny. This is really interesting because so far, at least the only one can see pupils behind the mask. Everyone's with like a black hole. This looks like a full bodysuit of an owl. Like, the wolf got a cool coat, not gonna lie. Wait, hold up, yo! I love how the artist did the fur on the owl and the wolf. Holy shit, that's really good fur making. Like, I want to draw fur like this, but it takes so many, like... Again, I'm not that good, and it takes so long just to do fur like this. Holy hell. That's some good shit. Yo.
Да, да. Лиса права.
Yes, the fox was right.
Это он.
He's the one. Oh, your arm is Batty.
Нет, это наш.
No, this is Owl.
Неужели нашли?
Have we finally found him?
Наш зайчик.
Owl Bunny.
Да, похож.
Yes, he looks like the part. The boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. Of
Ну, конечно, ты первый.
course you were first.
Волчик раньше всех почуял зайчика в тебе и рассказал нам.
Wolfie Hugh was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you.
Здравствуй.
Hello?
С нашей совушкой ты знаком не понаслышке. Не такая уж она и страшная, правда?
You already met our Hughie Hugh before. So he isn't that scary, is he? So if the wolf was the first to sense we're the bunny, most likely they might be the one to put the mask in our bag. That's my guess.
Да, наверное.
I guess.
А этот улыбчивый бугай — медвежутка.
And this biggie, smiling big guy is Teddy.
Ты лучше с ним поласкавее, а то голову откусит.
Be mindful of him or he'll chew off your head.
Зачем это?
What?
Да, чувство юмора где-то обронил.
Has he also dropped his sense of humor somewhere on the way here? I was still unsure if these particular animals had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes of the carnival mask. Elisa put her hands on her sides in a theatrical manner and somehow managed to wink in her fox face.
Когда в следующий раз придем, будем звенеть в колокольчики, чтобы ты не так боялся нашего визита.
Next time we'll come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit. Do we even have bells?
Чур, я звенеть не буду.
I won't be ringing.
У меня лапка болит.
My bars hurt. My smile was no longer fake.
О, зубы показал. Это добрый знак.
Oh, you showed us your teeth. That's a good sign.
Ожидала, что сможем тебя рассмешить.
I didn't expect you to find us fun.
Я думала, это под силу только Диснейленду.
I thought it was a motion reserved strictly to Disneyland.
Откуда ты знаешь?
How does he know that?
Да так, прочитала кое-где.
I read it somewhere. Ooh, Paulina. Because, like, Paulina, we wrote in that book that we wanted to go to Disneyland. So, I still don't know, like, how to think about them. Because it could be sense. It could be a possibility, like, Elisa might be just going around, like, each kid's house to kill look. Because so far, the only place we said to Disneyland is the little sister. So again, Elisa could be just talking to Olga. Oh, again, but if she says specifically Reddit, my first thought was going to Paulina.
Про меня?
You read about me?
Про клюв от воробья. Про Диснейленд яхонтовый.
Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, Dolly.
Умеешь читать по-человечески?
You can read human?
Зря я, что ли, в школу хожу день ото дня.
Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? And then she sung in a crescentic voice.
Как детей не замечать, как мечты их развенчать. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе. Крепко-накрепко вломить, с детства слабеньких чморить. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе.
Hey! Let's go to the backlog. So, where to learn about neglect, where to get your dreams erect, at your local school, of course, and in your classroom. Where to hit kids every week, where to prey on all the meek, at your local school, of course, and in your classroom. I let a cautious laugh. Oh, this angle's interesting because it definitely looks like there's another member here. My new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like the clearing, smooth in the surface that fell backwards from the ground to the sky, as if someone was rewinding the tape. The masked kids got close, and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps, felt my clothes as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in the touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Suffix just kept on floating upwards. Are we not going to comment that?
Никто тебя больше не обидит.
No one will hurt you anymore. Friend.
Пусть только попробуют.
Yeah, if someone even tries to. The fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing.
Что, Тоша, убежишь с воплями? Или с нами пойдешь?
Well then, Tosa, will you run away screaming or come with us? I feel like this is gonna be a more important choice.
Куда?
Where to?
На аттракционы!
To the amusement park. Yeah, no, that is a... Yeah, no, it's legit creepy whenever you see the mouth open. At that moment, Dolia's distinctive sign was broken by the sound of distant flute. Memorizing alone, it brought about the rings of crystal glass and the whispering of fresh winter spring. If I had any doubts before the flute song shattered the last of them, I started following my new friends before I could make my decision. Yep, someone's following us. My legs carried me on their own will, and the tunnel made my spines apart. Versus below and in front without precaution. Everything looked like a dream. Because even the clear we ended up on, only saw in my dream. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted trees branches like with silver. At least I gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backwards as far as I could. This is legit a very interesting scene. What a sight. Because he says like pretty. Or like a... Let's see if it's like pretty.
Очень красиво.
It's so beautiful. Wolfie had an agreement.
Это мелочи.
This is nothing.
Я покажу гораздо больше,
I can show you so much more.
если захочешь.
If you want. I didn't want. I want to see what the fox girl saw in her eyes hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. Now I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January winds.
Скажите, а зачем вам маски?
Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from the particular anticipation of something amazing.
А тебе зачем?
And why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek.
Я без маски.
I'm not wearing one.
Обожаю человеческие сказки.
I love human tales.
Человеческие ласки.
Human nails?
Человеческие дрязги.
Human fails?
Я же говорила,
I already told you.
все жители поселка носят маски.
All the villagers wear masks.
Скрываются за ними отнюдь не люди.
Is as you won't find anything human underneath them.
И даже я?
Even me?
Ты такой рассеянный, Антон.
You're so clumsy, Anton.
Однажды мы уже нашли твои очки.
Well, I found your glasses once already.
И шапку.
Congrats!
И твое настоящее лицо.
And your real face. Interesting. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out for me. The mighty mask that looked like a silver ignet under the moonlight. I was curious to see the wolf through its silts. I really want to wait a bit, you guys. I know it sounds weird, but I wonder if there's like a hidden option if I don't choose to take it. Like if I wait it out long enough. So I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. This is a smart use of like reusing art assets. Because it's still like the same like position Elisa is in. But it just changes the item of, you know, holding. This time it's the mask, not the hats. And because the three is listed as the same spine, just angled differently. Okay, I'll just take it. Suddenly, finding its way through the flute's melody, a thought came to me. The glasses I found were in Semyon's position. My new creatiness must have known what happened to him. Or even worse.
А куда подевался Семен? Что с ним стало?
And when did Simon disappear to? What happened to him?
И с остальными детьми?
And the other children? The bear and owl looked at each other. Yeah, because I thought like, hey, the bear sounded a bit like Simon. And also the owl doesn't sound like... Could it be Volva for the owl? The wolf boy called the ball and the fox lowered the pointy nose of her mask.
Тот, кого держали в клетке.
The one who was kept in the cage.
Тот, кто режет мелко-мелко.
The one who cuts into little pieces.
Тот, кто носит кожаное лицо, забрал
The one who wears a skin face took them.
Умел бы я креститься, перекрестился бы.
If I know how to cross myself, I'll do it.
Хотите сказать, это был человек?
So you're saying it was a human?
Чем ты только слушал?
Or you even listening to us?
Разве можно назвать такого, как он, человеком?
How do you call someone like him human?
Одно слово. Взрослый.
There's just one word for him. An adult.
В мире взрослых так легко потерять.
It's so easy to get lost in the adult world.
Убийцы, жестокие дрессировщики,
Killer,
малодушные родители.
killers, cruel animal tamers, and cold parents.
Лучше об этом вовсе не думать, чтобы не грустить.
If you don't want to get sad, better not to think about them.
Не знаю, как вам, а мне печалиться совсем не хочется.
I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad.
И я сегодня какой-то не грустный.
Somehow, I'm also not sad today.
Антон, а ты?
What about you, Anton? Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Someone tall going over the holes in the flute with their long fingers.
Что, сядем тосковать или займемся отдыхом?
What now? Are you gonna sit and be sad or have some fun? Wait a minute, yeah, no, I just noticed, like, this is the only arm wrapped in bandage. His other arm is still in the mitten. Like, the voice is making me think of Simon, but it's like the little tummy here. But, like, we know that, like, Ova lost his glove. No, that's a completely different glove design. I kind of take a better look at the Wolf Kid's gloves.
Алиса хотела что-то показать.
Elisa also wanted to show me something.
Давай начнем с самой сладкой части программы.
Let's start with the sweet stuff. The fox girl took out a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kid. Cover softened, the smell of pineapple, coca, and melon wafted through the air. The fuck? The last treat, a chocolate-covered wafer candy, Elisa put right into my mouth. Fuck, I could use a wafer, actually. My tongue was engulfed in spiciness. Spiciness? I felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running through it. I chewed on the wafer and the chocolate, gulping them down and enjoying the vivid taste. Thanks. Oh, the arm's aching. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the inside of the mask. I didn't even notice, but I put it against my face. The paper mache was warm, the mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice pickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bathtub after being outside in winter, when you lie there and pour from a... Oh, that feels awesome. Oh, no. Oh, no. On really bad occasions, you guys, I do prepare myself a nice hot bath after a long day of work. Oh, that feels... Oh, that sounds so good right now. Fuck.
Говорила же, это твое!
See, I told you, this is yours.
Мое.
Mine.
Что стоим? За нас веселиться никто не будет.
What are you waiting for? The fun won't have itself.
И то верно.
You're right. The melody kept swirling to feel like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy the heat of this intense music was filling me with. The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. I heard a laughter from somewhere above, and then she landed back, huffing and singing.
Ты так можешь. Попробуй.
You can do it too. Give it a try. I followed suit. I love this music. Oh, wait, hold up. I'm gonna check something real quick, you guys. Because I think I'll definitely add this music. There's always this backup music into, like, You guys don't like doing the odd streams. I play like this one play. I have this one playlist, you know, I play doing my odd streams, you know, for background music. I'm definitely thinking of like adding this song to that playlist. But I'm curious if it's in Spotify. Yes. It is. It's on Spotify, you guys. Oh, I'm so adding this to my playlist. Oh, hold up, everyone.
Я лягу спать, у меня на плите творог. Ты перед тем, как лечь спать, выключи его, хорошо?
If I go to bed, turn it off.
Да, спасибо.
Okay, so good news. I found the song. The song's on Spotify. Let's go. But it's also, look at this. It's now in color. Damn. My feet tore from the ground. I flew towards the stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends from below. The wind helped me fly. I felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. The stars looked like vivid sparkles that I could reach and linked up. The wind was also got closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soles landed softly on the ground, and I regained my balance. I also noticed the text box is in like more frosty.
С нами ты в безопасности.
You're safe with us,
Все твои мечты станут явью.
and all your dreams will come true.
Счастлива наконец обрести тебя.
I'm so happy that I finally found you,
Зайчик.
Bunny. In a fit of mere laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. My real enemies, and I felt that with every single hair on my mask, were those who know nothing about magic. Humans from the village. Oh, I think we're getting like indoctrinated. I also realized how alive my surroundings have become. I heard the dry glass under the snowman. I saw faces of the trees and the stars. The trees were smoking and the stars were glimpsing in fear. Oh, that's weird. That's right, be scared. I jumped you and... I snapped my teeth and then I let it... A giant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. We flew high and then the tallest pines and stayed in the air. I strolled Elisa following my rhythm. I knew that she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept playing, carrying us higher and higher.
Эй, тебя что, заколдовали?
Hey, did someone put a spell on you? That someone is sitting next to me. I thought, trying to glue my chin from the desk. My muscles felt slightly sore, but that feeling was pleasant. Oh, we were asleep. The whole class was warning about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. The faces looked like discolored masks to me, bleak and boring. I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the tree forest with Elisa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Perhaps, no, probably was all just I don't know why. I feel. Why am I in this strange here? Like, it's probably not the best example I can think of, but I'm thinking of Catherine. So, okay, I'm not gonna go much into Catherine, but like, the main thing to know is every night the main character falls asleep, and if he dies in his dream, he will die in real life. But he will be talking to other people who's having the same dream as him, inside of the dream. But when they wake up, they don't remember anything. So, like, the question is, what really happened was real, or was it a dream too? Like, I feel like what happened, like, to me right now, going off of what I just saw, I feel like it did happen, but since we stayed up so late, that's why we're sleepy. But it can also be like a fact that makes us like think it's a dream. I don't know. Because I didn't walk back to the forest, just woke up in my bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Still, I was wholly worried about trying to find a rational explanation of my night dance. That feeling of flight was much more important. There's a third kid missing. The knowledge of how it felt to be hanging in the air above the tree tops of majestic pines and burying my teeth at the moon.
Прости, задумался.
So I got lost in thought.
Слышал уже про Катю?
Have you heard about Katya?
А?
Huh? I glanced at my empty seat in front of me.
Катя пропала.
Fuck, see my missing. My sleepiness was gone in the instant I found a suspicion.
Пропала. Быть не может.
It can't be. Attention, child missing. Katya Smirnova. Katya Smirnova, 12 years old, grade 6B, was last seen during the day on January 16th at the schoolyard. Green eyes, light brown. Oh, she's. Why did I thought she was blonde? But no, she has light brown hair. I don't know why. I thought. I get the whole. It's in black and white. I just someone had Kenna as blonde for some good reason. Fur-coated coat, and it have pompon, a white scarf, and gloves. Special identifying features. Wears a strawberry-themed. If Emma has information on Katya's whereabouts, call to find the police or her mom. Oh, holy shit, we're actually on episode 4 already. Holy hell. Wow. Okay. Wow. So those will be all like ending each chapter with like someone going missing. Now, this is a weird part though. Because let's imagine if the like Elisa and the other 3 animals are the ones responsible for taking the kids, then Ova makes no sense. Because we didn't even arrive in town before Ova. Because Simon did, like, was the one hitting us in episode 2. In episode 3, Katya did better out to Roma. So, but then, like, if they wanted this all to stop, why not go after Roma? Now, there is a chance, though, however, like, I know in episode 2 and, like, episode 1, we saw that big guy walking around. Like, I didn't notice him, like, to me, like, I might have been, like, stupid and not notice him in the background to point him out. Or I just chose an incorrect path and I couldn't see him.
Я сама не поверила, но Лилия
God damn it,
на
headphones.
работу не вышла.
I couldn't believe it at first, but Lilia Pavlovna didn't come to work today.
Контрольная отменяется.
The test is off. I remembered Katya. She was both beautiful and mean. Katya, the first girl in our class whose body started maturing to the envy of all the other female students. The main source of gossip, a snake and a bee? I continued scribbling in my notebook, drawing rows of pines and 2 small figures, flying between the teardrops and the full moon. Silvers went down my shoulders, sneaking playful under the helmets of my shirts. Even though soaring for the skies felt so simple, there was still something evil weighing me down. Was it the stolen signet ring or the heavy look those missing kids from the notice boy were giving to me? The culprit was definitely still in the village. They were hiding somewhere horrible under the mask of poisonous.
А что ты рисуешь?
What are you drawing? I am embarrassed. I covered the notebook as if there was something sinful about the figures above the forest.
Да ничего. Так, дурака валяю.
Nothing really, just fooling around. Polina put her elbows on the desk. I have already forgotten how light and graceful she was, just like the violin. Okay, so the one context I do know is that the game came out, episode 1 came out first, and then some time later, episode 2, and then some time later, episode 3, and then, episode 4. It definitely feels like this image, I definitely feel like the artist gotten better at art as time went on. I wonder if they have plans to go back to, the earlier chapters to update the art a bit. Because, it definitely looked like the rendering and the blending of the colors got a lot more better. I wish he could also jump around with us after stripping away her mask of fake mundanity. I smiled, imagining Polina's skirt flapping in the wind, the stars sparkling around all over us, her asking in bewilderment whether this was all a dream. And myself telling her that it doesn't matter. Polina's expression grew dark again.
Ужасно еще и то, что Катю мне жалеть сложно.
It's also tragic that I find it difficult to empathize with her.
Я правда ищу в себе sostradание, но вспоминаю ее поступки и...
I tried to remember, but then I remembered all of her nasty deeds and... Polina shook her head.
Я чудовище, да?
I'm a monster, aren't I? It is that weird feeling of there's people out there that... I want to play that one clip, but I don't know if I can find it in quick enough. But it is that weird feeling of people you do not like at all who will mean to you, but you still miss them. It's that weird feeling. Now I thought, you're one of the most beautiful girls I ever met. I say not to say that out loud.
Плохо, наверное, что исчезновение анкеты расстроило меня больше, чем пропажа одноклассницы.
It's not okay that I felt worse than I lost my questionnaire than she went missing.
Ты потеряла анкету?
You lost your questionnaire?
Да, и кто-то сейчас читает чужие секреты.
Elisa. Yes, someone's out there and is reading other people's secrets now. Yes, the forest, I thought, imagining the crooked branches, torn note pages, touching the childish handwriting with the icy twigs.
Надеюсь, ее найдут.
I hope the search goes well. I was unsure whether she spoke about Katya or her notebook. I went to ask her about it, but then I noticed Polina's intense stare directed at me.
Что?
What?
Ты будто изменился.
You changed. I smoothed my hair flat, surprised.
Просто не выспался.
I just didn't sleep well tonight.
Сегодня ты точно какая-то другая мелодия. Очень древняя, таинственная.
You had a different melody today. Some mysterious ancient tune. I thought about the flute's melody streaming between the bussy treetops.
Надеюсь, ты никому не рассказал про наш вчерашний разговор.
I hope you didn't told anyone about our chat yesterday.
Что ты?
Of course not. I nodded as if acknowledging that Sue can fully trust me. I was unsure whether I merged such trust. Her hair skated down around her shoulders. The smell was so wonderful that it sent me flying towards the glowing stars of my inner cosmos with any magic. At that moment, I felt Biasa's piercing stare. He was clearly watching us. Where's Romka? That's my question. I like his sweater though. He has a cool sweater. I took off my glasses so I wouldn't be able to see his nasty remark. Yet a picture of Romka's knife gleamed before my mind's eye. My palms became sweaty.
Опять уснул?
Did you fall asleep again?
Полина,
Polina? Tell her I'll whisk my head with me and the hell with the consequences.
кажется, Ромка на тебя глаз положил.
I think Romka has his eyes on you.
Думаешь, я не знаю?
You think I don't know?
Откуда?
But how?
Считай, это моя интуиция.
Let's say it's my intuitions.
Только вот Пятифанов мне безразличен.
But I don't care what Pyatinov at all. Pyatifano. That's wonderful news made me even more
Мне
confident.
кажется, ему не хватит мозгов, чтобы завоевать тебя.
I think he likes blazing when you have attention. Polina flaccid me an alluring smile.
Хорошо, что у меня есть ты.
It's a good thing to have you there.
А может, погуляем после уроков?
Wanna go for a walk after school? Let's save.
Дедушка чувствует себя лучше. Я могу задержаться вечером.
Grandpa's been feeling better recently. I can return home a bit later. I signed my death sentence when I replied.
Конечно, давай.
Yeah, so.
Тогда до встречи.
Well, then I'll see you later. Belina leaned towards and looked at me with her piercing eyes again, then murmured as if guessing.
Что-то из мусорского?
Something for Muskovsky?
Нет, пожалуй.
No, probably not. She left, and in her place, Romka's underling started drilling me with his eyes. His thumb slid under his Adam's apple as if saying, "You're dead." The bell rang. The rest of the classes flew by, and I was finally able to leave the school. Small whirlwinds rushed across the schoolyard like spinning tops. Big white flakes fell from the sky. Street lights glimmered in the seeming dark. The sign crystallized in the cold became firm and pointy. A dog whined in the distance, making me think of Po Zulka. Belina stood at the school steps, the wind playing with her hair.
Я уже отвык от городского шума. Здесь всегда так тихо.
I've already forgotten the city's bustle. This place is so tranquil.
О, а я мечтаю о какофонии.
I dream of that cacophony.
А чём?
Caco what? My companion burst out laughing.
Какофония — это случайное сочетание звуков.
A cacophony is a chaotic mixture of sounds.
Дедушка учит находить мелодию во всем.
Grandpa always taught me to look for a melody in everything.
Он, наверное, классный.
Your grandpa sounds cool.
Не то слово. Скоро я вас познакомлю.
He truly is. I'll introduce you soon.
Ты меня в гости приглашаешь?
Are you inviting me to come over?
А ты против?
You don't want to? An assy whistle swept across the yard, interrupting me. Yep, Romka and Bayaska. Two silhouettes materialized from the snowfall, hands inside their pockets and heads kept low. The way that tough duo walked towards us didn't bode well for me.
А ну руки убрал от нее, живо!
Get your hands off her now.
Полин, ты как? Он тебя не тронул?
You alright, Paulina? Did he harm you?
Мы все видели, на.
We saw it, eh?
Видели что?
So what?
Что ты ее в лес вести собрался, психопат. Как Катьку.
That you were going to lead her into the forest, you psycho, just like Katya.
В последний момент успели, на.
We got here just in the nick of time, eh? Paulina's frustrated voice flew across the yard like a
Да
bird.
что вы мелите?
What's wrong with you two?
А ты не в курсе?
Haven't you heard?
Как только этот чепушила сюда переехал, сразу народ стал пропадать.
As soon as this asteroid blew through, people started to go missing.
Ага, я вот сам видел, как он вчера Катю провожать вызвался и в лес уволок.
Yeah, and I saw him offer Katya to walk her home and drag her to the forest yesterday with my own eyes. I tried to retort.
Я эту Катьку терпеть не мог.
Lies, I hated Katya.
А, вот потому ее и грохнул.
And that's exactly why you offed her.
Все сходится, на.
Makes sense, eh? I was taken aback by this injustice. The only positive here was the fact that Romka and Bayasa made for terrible actors. Their lives were C- at best, if I could rate them.
Повезло тебе, что мы с ментами не якшаемся.
You're lucky we don't deal with cops.
А то бы с радости тебя маньяка сдали.
Or we could have happily put your mother on ass.
Ничего, ничего. Ща проведем с ним воспитательную беседу, на.
Ain't you care? We're about to have a serious talk with him, eh?
Держи его!
Grab him. Romka moved towards me, smirking.
Значит, Катя тебе не нравилась, да?
So you didn't like Katya, huh?
Конечно. Кто еще мог ее порешить?
Well, of course, who else would have opted her?
Ты, например.
You could. I looked at Belina in amazement. Romka froze in place with his fists raised.
В смысле?
What do you mean?
Катя, при всем уважении, никого не любила.
Let's be honest, Katya didn't particularly like anybody.
Думаешь, Романа про тебя сплетни не распускала?
Do you think she wasn't spreading rumors behind your back, Roma?
Что твой отец в тюрьме сидел, что он тебя бьет?
About your dad's jail time, about him hitting you all the time. How the fuck does Katya know all of this stuff? And then letting on goes around spreading these rumors. Not gonna lie, Katya sounds very scary with a network. A little back move. Romka's face turned red and he started flapping his lips like fists at a robber. Belina's continued speaking in a voice that raised with anger.
А вчера вечером пропадал?
And you, Bayaska, where were you yesterday evening?
Катя говорила, что ты с приветом стал, как на черный гараж наткнулся.
Katya said you had a few screw loose ever since you encountered that black crevasse. Bayasa retreated, his face becoming deathly white in the cavity of his hood.
Так может, это ты тот психопат, что Катю украл?
Maybe you're the psycho who kidnapped Katya then? No. Baya let out a voice that almost turned into a squeal. And then he turned around and wobbled away towards the gate, shaking his head. Wow, I thought. She dealt with Bayasa so easily.
Один остался, Ромео недоделанный.
But what do you want to do now, Romeo?
Какую еще гнусность выдумаешь, чтобы меня удивить? М?
What otherwise will you come up to surprise me? Roma gulped, clearly discouraged.
Цирк устроить хотел. Героем представиться.
What's up with this nonsense? Do you want to play hero?
Только вот не ведут себя так герои.
Heroes don't act like this.
И актер ты, Рома, липовый.
And boy, you're a poor actor, Roma.
Да этот очкарик.
Listen to this, Four Eyes.
Во всем лучше тебя.
Is better than you in every way. She said that I did the most astounding thing. She grabbed my hands.
Пойдем, Антон.
Let's go, Anton. We passed the stand of Romka. I felt somewhat bad for him, but I was also felt immense joy. He didn't stop us. I just stood there and started to the growing blizzard. Okay, guys, keep an eye out for the big guy. Then we crossed the gate. I jumped out and explained,
Как ты его?
"That was so cool." Paulina blessed me in a embarrassed smile.
Ну, знаешь, как дедушка говорит, с волками жить, по волчьи выть.
You know, as Grandpa always say, you live with words, you howl like one.
От тебя философ.
He sounds like a philosopher.
Привет. Был раньше.
He's a local historian. At least he used to
Он
be.
уже давно на пенсии, а в последнее время ему серьезно не здоровье.
He's long retired, and lately he's not been feeling well. I gave an apathetic nod. I kept sneaking glances at Paulina. It was like a precious gem, its sides gleaming, silvery, chasing ever so slightly. What? Her eyes full of innocent laughter asked me. Nothing. I replied without speaking.
Ты храбрый. Мне нравится.
You're brave. I like it.
Храбрый? Стоял там, язык проглотив.
I'm brave. I just stood there in dead
Ну,
silence.
стоял же, не сбежал.
True, but he did run.
Я до сих пор поражаюсь, как ты нашел в себе смелость послать, а тем более ударить Бабурина.
I'm so amazed that you found the courage to talk about not to mention hit Baburin.
Ради тебя я готов на многое.
I'm willing to do a lot for you.
Вот, я же говорю,
See, I told you.
стесняешься словами из романа.
That expression was straight out of some novel.
Ради тебя, моя госпожа.
For you, I'll do anything, milady. Belina started giggling. I think pouted, but couldn't keep myself from smiling in the end. The village looked abandoned, desolate. Wiggly fences waved full of garbage. This place probably looked nice in the summer since it's full of greenery, but during the winter, under the icy grass, under the sunny blankets, dogs barked it and clanging their chains from behind the fences. But it was quite the moment we reached the next house.
Представь, что это призраки цепями звенят.
Try imagining that ghosts are clanging with those chains.
О, я обожаю сказки про призраков.
Ну,
Дедушка часто мне рассказывает.
I love ghost stories. Grandpa tells them all the time. She stopped in front of a small but cozy-looking house with a snow-covered roof. Then put her hand on the small gate. Her eyes piercing me as if trying to peek into the depths of my soul.
Вот я все вспоминаю дедушку. Говорю, какой он хороший, заботливый, умный. Но это только половина правды.
You see, I always mention how good, caring, and smart my grandpa is, but it's only half of the truth.
Последнее время он немного...
Lately, he's been acting sort of... She's paused searching for the right words.
чудной. Да, пожалуй.
Funny. Yeah, that's it.
Стал таким с годами. Так что ничему не удивляйся.
He's been acting like this. He's became like this as he aged, so please try not to be surprised by him. Like, what do you mean by like fun? Like, could it be like something like dementia? Or like Alzheimer's? Like, what other like big diseases like, or like effects that's normally common with like elderlies? Could it be like one of those? Or it could be like more related to whatever supernatural's going on here in this village.
Так точно, ничему не удивляться.
So, yes, so. No acting surprise.
Вольно.
At ease, soldier. We walked towards the house on a thin, clean path. Alina unlocked the door. The long hallway was full of saddles. The door slammed shut behind our backs, cutting us off from the roaring wind and all other outside sounds. The place became so silent that I could hear Belina's heart beating. I wanted to cover it with my hand and feel it with my palms with my lifelines. One of the most significant signs in the practice of palm sweep, identifying art that interprets the distinctive features with each hand, such as the lines and mounts. Oh, like look at the lines in your palms and see what they mean. I see now. Posture check? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. To obtain information about a person's destiny and personality, palm sweep gained wide popularity among Russian youth in the 80s and 90s. Influenced in part by the strong presence of the culture in the region from which this art originated. Ah, okay. I think one time I took like a palm sweep like test all the way in like the back. Yeah, you have like the points. Yeah. I did think of like funny things or like cool things to do with the points, like good redeemable points. But no, I remember like a long time ago I took one of those like palm sweep tests and someone was like, yeah, one of these lines tell me that you're gay. I remember that's like the result of one of the results of these palm sweep tests. You guys, how do you guys feel about this whole like palm sweep test? Like seeing destiny based on like the lines. Like I know like some of them like supposed to be like, oh, the chances like how many kids you might have if you can get married or like that. I don't know, veins I see if we were werewolves or the vampire depending on which first letters was there. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. It is interesting to see like how the lines work because like okay, for context you guys, I'm double jointed on my right thumb. So like, you know, if you point like your finger up or like you do like the okay sign, you can bend like a little bit back. I can kind of make like a 90-degree angle with my thumb. Like no, like my thumb bends a bit too much than it should. And it's really fun because, like, growing up, I thought what my thumb was, like, doing. You double with your left thumb, nice. But no, like, I actually thought, like, what's going with my right thumb was, like, normal for the longest time. Until I found out in middle school it was not normal. Literally, time I went through the entirety of elementary without nobody notice. But, like, one time during gym class in middle school, one of my teammates, because we were doing like a gym activity in teams, and one of my classmates noticed my thumb and screamed. Like, what the fuck?
Ты всегда так застываешь?
Do you always freeze like this?
Как будто у тебя в голове стоп-кран нажали.
As if somebody pulled an emergency brake in your head?
Фантазия рисует всякие картинки.
My imagination is running wild.
Понимаю.
I see. She took off her coat and handed on the wall hook.
Раздевайся, разувайся.
Come on, take your stuff off.
Я пока в комнате приберусь.
I'll clean up the room in the meantime.
Дедушка бывает вещи свои оставляет, где попало.
Grandpa always forgets his things everywhere.
Я быстро.
It'll be quick. Yeah, I gotta have like some family members like that, where like they tend to leave stuff around and someone's like, God damn, I have to clean up the house. Like, I had a low muscle tone to your hands as a kid, so I'm able to make my almost 90-degree angle without much pain. Yeah. And there's like family members leaving stuff alone. Like, my older sister, she's watching like a lot. Like, you know, like I spend a lot of my time in my room here just, you know, playing games or like, you know, working on my projects or arts. My older sister spent a lot of time recently in like the basement, like where the TV is. So like in the basement living area. aka why that's up my bedroom watching TV and stuff. And she just tends to leave plates around on either like the TV desk or on the shelves because, you know, we don't want the dog to be able to eat it, but like sometimes she forgets and I have to clean it up. And then my Pope dad puts it on his tiny house. You know, I feel that too. She floated away, light as a butterfly. Another butterfly of a silk kind had a rare chance of floating inside my gut in the near future. I took off my coat, untied my shoelaces. A tiny squeak reached my ear. I didn't get why adults hang something like this in their homes. Crooked, sharp, out gross. I read that animals don't get hurt when their horns that are already hardened get trimmed. Still, it's the same as plaster your wall with clipped fingernails. There are also confined objects that were once part of a living organism. It's like this is just taking off the antlers of a deer. I might think of more of like taxidermy, and like honestly taxidermy fails are really funny. Can I show you guys a failed taxidermy or possibly a psychopath in making? God, you know what? There's a failed taxidermy I've seen once. Well, it's not really a taxidermy, because, like, a taxidermy is trying to, like, take a dead animal body or carcass, and, like... Taxidermy, here it is. Where is this taxidermy video? It was a cat, the cat... Yep. Well, you guys ready to see something weird? God, sometimes there's a lot of weird people out there. Legit. But fine, God damn it, YouTube. Of course, it's another ad. Because normally when it comes to taxidermy, like, you know, take like a dead animal and try to recreate it and make him a lifelike. This guy went in a completely different direction. He turned a dead cat into a drone. This is fucking gross. I'm sorry. I've seen this video once and oh god. It's like a dead cat. And then you got a chance to just decide to take it to a drone. Because like this guy's been doing taxidermies in like the non-conventional way. And I don't know if I should be impressed or genuinely terrified. And he also did it to an ostrich as well. Taxidermied it into a drone. I'm genuinely... Like, he's one of these... This guy is, like, one of the few people out there that both genuinely amazes me while being terrifying to me at the same time. A pair of tourist skis. Dad told me stories how he would often make his own skis in sea pools, and even had his own ski racks from beeswax, rosin, and pine vision. A good fit for the harsh winters around here, but these skis are in the need for maintenance. The blindings are in bad conditions, and they have dark red spots on them, probably just rust. Oh, I don't like this really. The reflection in the mirror was so sharp and deep, my gaze drowned in it. It felt more like a doorway than a mirror, with an identical room with the skis and easy to be touched wallpaper behind it. An electric meter kept its bodily work during the last months as if Polina and her grandpa spent the evening in complete darkness, and then... fuck! I thought someone was gonna pop out of the room. I didn't expect that. Holy fuck. Just a trophy hunting trophy. Oh, I got an achievement! You caught the hog. Oh, that's nice. I got fucking scared. I know this painting. Pretty neat. The guy who was so good at playing the violin that other people had decided he sold his soul to the devil. AKA who the violinist is apparently based on in IDV. His portrait was drawn by Nico Finch. He was a famous Russian painter that moved to America after the revolution and became famous there, too. Wow, Camilo has such long fingers. And so it's a piercing stare. What is he looking at? Maybe he did sell his soul after all. Will Polina sell hers? I wonder. Oi. Wow, there's so much junk here, just like a junk shop. Oh, like at the village cemetery dump, there's people throw away plastic flowers, splinters from rotten crosses, and dirty stripes with gilded woods and contortionses. Oh, I'm afraid the grandpa's gonna jump scare me. Why did I think Belina's grandpa bought all this from the cemetery dump? These don't have toys or a trampoline like those in books about northern salmons. And this, what was it called again? A dream catcher? I think it didn't catch any dreams, but it did catch a haymaker spider. And a stench. No wonder I could hear flies busting in place even in the middle of winter. It smells like thawed lard and wet soil. I guess you had to get used to it if you stay here long enough. If one were to stand in front of the phone, the wallpaper patterns would look like set to watchful eyes. So this place Polina called me from. She stood right here under the electric meter among the shadows twirling the phone cord. Maybe she even played with the light switches, turning the lights off at times and speaks to me in the dark. Well, let's take a look at the mirror again. A weird mirror, okay. I looked into the deeper part of the house while taking off my boots. Semi-dark musk, the corners at the end of the corridor, something moved towards me, making the dry floorboards squeak. Oh, I think it's the grandpa time. Squeak, squeak, squeak. It's grandpa, it's grandpa. The sound grew louder. I realized that I stepped back towards it without thinking. Polina? Okay, got scared, but also... That is a nice build! Holy shit! Like, I'm not going to beat you guys. I'm gonna save, like... I think I give it like a day or two before I will save it off again, but like... I have to admit, those in real life that can pull off a beard, they look good in a beard. A wheelchair appeared from around the corner. A stocky old man suited from the darkness. You must be my Polina's classmate, right?
Да, Антон Петров.
Yes, my name's Anton Petrov. He shook his hand. His grip was surprisingly firm. Very good to meet you. Very good. And I'm a Ketron, a name of Greek origin. It means charitable. And do you know the meaning of your name?
Никогда не задумывался.
I never thought about it. It comes from Latin. Ento, someone who goes into battle. I checked the reply. Apparently my name has Braven
А
roots.
Полина?
And Polina? Polina is a name of French origin. If I remember correctly, it means sunlight. Of course, the sunlight, the enchanting waves of France, the poison sky, all of that sounds like Polina.
Так много знаете об именах.
You know a lot about names. I gave all my dolls unique names.
Кукле?
Dolls? Haven't Polina told you I used to work as a puppeteer in a theater? Oh, we've been told you were a local historian.
сторож с сигаретой тлеющей уснул, сам погиб, и театр сгорел до основания.
Then one day, a night guard fell asleep while smoking there. He died and the theater burned down.
Куклы мои сгорели.
All my dolls burned down.
Жаль.
What a shame. I was pretty sure that Polina told me about her grandma was a... Yeah, look what I saw you. He squinted.
А знаешь ли ты, Петров Антон, что в старину у людей два имени было? Настоящее и то, что они называли незнакомцем.
Have you heard, Anton Petrov, that people in the ages past used to have two names? Their true name, and the one they only say with strangers. I have heard about that. There's some cultures that do that. I know there's like specific First Nations tribes that do have this culture where like the true self or the true essence comes from their name. So they don't say it. So like, okay, for context. So when I was back at university for like my business studies course, like the university I go to for my degree, there's courses I have to take, right? Like, you know, I have to take my computer related courses for my computer degree. I need to have a certain amount of humanities credits. I'm currently getting my modern writing credit. I'm doing this term. One of the credits I have to do is one rooted in Aboriginal studies because Canada's history, if you know. And I have a book that I read for my paper. Tanya Takur, Split Tooth. It was a very interesting... It is a very interesting book. It is a Canadian Inuit folk singer. Like, it's about both, but like a Canadian Inuit. And during this book, we don't really know anyone's name. We only know our main character's name and the names of her children. A spoiler, the main character gets kids later on. We only know their names. Okay, we only know like who they truly are. Everyone else kind of goes by like a code name. So it's a very interesting thing knowing that like what the names, because you know like a lot of names do have very interesting meanings in the past. Like I kind of wanted to take a look at the meaning of like my okay, I have a very basic name, a little legit. My first name is very basic. But I am curious to know the name of like my family's background. Okay, my last name. I'm gonna take a look at it in the future.
Считалось, что подлинное имя, попав к нехорошим людям, могло обернуться против человека.
It was believed that if a person's true name ended up in the hands of a bad people, it could spell disaster for its owner.
По имени насылали хвори и даже смерть.
These names could even be used to hex or even kill.
Ого.
Really? Yeah, so... Again, going back to the book from I did some studies. This is the book the book I mentioned earlier was one I chose to read. For my paper. But during the classes, there was another book the whole class was reading, and it was like a collection of like different tales. In like a graphic novel format too. I would actually would recommend it. But in one of them, it was about like a tribe in like Nunavut, where going back like some of the first meetings between like the First Nations and like the Europeans. Not really the first meetings, like around like World War I or like World War II. I can't remember the exact which war exactly. But I talked about like how the tribes, like the First Nation tribes, tried helping in their own unique way, i.e., like spirituality. But throughout the story, there's a businessman that often tried to figure out the name of our main character's place. Again, like kind of what the grandpa's talking about. Because like in the story, depicted like our main character have like a spirit with her, and those he knows better or like knows their true name, because he can see their spirits. But whenever he sees the guy, like he sees like some spirits on him, but like more negative ones. So he does best to avoid for. I'm so sorry for my wording game mixed up. But in the stories, he tries his best not to make sure the guy doesn't learn her true name, because he almost go for a name to a witch doctor.
Вот тебе и ого!
Yes, really.
И зверям имена придумывали не просто так.
And the names they gave to animals were also deliberate.
Заяц от литовского «зайсти», прыгун, то есть. А волк — старославянское «влек», тот, кто таскает.
Zayat came from Zetski in Lithuanian, a hopper, and a Volk comes from the Old Slavic Vek, one from dregs, one who dregs. I believe Volk means wolf. Let's read the glossary. Zex and Volk. Kaizen explains the atonement of the word bunny and wolf. Yep. Volk. Zayat. Sorry, it's in English. Zayat, bunny and wolf in Russian. The English translations use describe versions of those words to ensure the companion to other languages in the lines make sense phonetically. Yeah. Katon drove closer and crossed his hands on his chest. Katon. Kariton. Cariton. So I make sure I get his names correctly. I wonder myself, where's Polina's parents were? She never spoke about her mom, only about her grandpa. I decided to ask a question to continue the conversation.
Медведь.
And what about the bear?
О имя медведя неизвестно.
Oh, the bear's name is still a mystery.
Наши предки так боялись этого зверя, что предпочли забыть слово, которым его величали.
Our ancestors were so afraid of that beast, they decided to forget the word they used to call it with.
Оно просто сгинуло из языка.
It just disappeared from their language.
Вместо него осталось более позднее прозвище — ведающий медом.
We were left with much more recent interpretation, one who oversees the honey. A pun based on the two syllables that make up the Russian word for bear, one which means honey, while the other means to have knowledge of something, to oversee something. Ah,
Интересно.
sounds interesting. The old man's smile became wider, revealing a stalk of metal implants. He raised his hand and waved it in the air like a wave that was screeching to empty space.
Скырлы, скырлы, скырлы.
Hold up, hold on, you guys, I smell something. Sorry. Okay, I feel like I'm smelling something weird. I'll be right back, everyone. I want to do something real quick. Sorry about this. Sorry. Sorry about everyone back. I'm at my 2 hours, but I think I might go longer until, because I think we're about to enter something big, so I'm gonna save and once we get to another point. The screeching sound made me shrink indecisively.
То я медведь на липовой ноге, на березовой клюке.
Here comes the bear on a fake hind leg with a long butch cane. Here comes the bear. This excerpt is from an old Russian folktale that tells the story of a bear that steals turnips from a village. During one of his thefts, the bear gets attacked by an old peasant, who chop off one of the bear's hind legs and give it to his wife to make a soup from the meat and cloth from the wool. The bear later returns to the village with a fake hind leg to exact his revenge on the family, only to fall into the cell inside the house and get killed by the villager. Also, spelling mistake. Haha, caught in 4K, a spelling error. Gotcha, game.
Все по селу спят, по деревням спят.
The whole village sleep. All the peasants sleep.
Одна баба не спит, на моей коже сидит.
One old hag is awake, sitting on my skin.
К мою шерстку придет, мое мяско жрет.
Spinning my brown fur, feasting on my flesh. If this was what Paulina warned me about, I have already broken my promise. It's not like I got surprised, more like I became seriously concerned.
По легенде, именно в нашей деревне приключилась эта страшная сказка.
According to
И многие другие.
legend, that Morbitel happened right in our village, just like many others.
Вот, к примеру,
There's also this one.
в прошлом веке простому люду тяжко пришлось.
The previous century was tough on simple folk.
Денег у них тогда мало было, а еды и того меньше. Точь в точь, как сейчас.
They had close to no money and even less food, just like nowadays.
Подались тогда крестьяне разбойничать, тайгу обворовывать. Кто карася ухватит, а кто и гуся.
Peasants resorted to robbing of the tiger, that is, a cousin here, a goose there.
А главный егерь мало того, что не препятствовал, так еще в первых рядах браконьерствовал.
And the chief gamekeeper not only didn't he prevent them from doing so, but he also spearheaded the poaching efforts.
Самым зажиточным стал на селе. Погреб того и гляди лопнет.
He became the richest man in the village. His cell was almost ready to burst.
Так и кричал егерь на всю округу. Я в лесу хозяин.
The gamekeeper boasted everywhere he went, "This is my forest. I'm the master here."
Обзавелся он, значит, семьей, слугами, да каким-никаким имением.
Then he formed a family. He got himself a bunch of servants and humble estates.
И на радостях пир закатил горой аж до самой ночи. А как 12 пробило, собаки залаяли.
It was such a joyful occasion that he ordered a feast that spanned for the whole day, up until the night when the clock struck 12. The dogs started barking outside.
Идите, кричит егерь слугам, собакам кости бросьте.
Go. The game master said to his servants, "Throw some bones to the dogs."
Через время в ворота застучали.
Time passed, and somebody knocked it on his gates.
Идите, кричит семье, гостей прогоните.
Go, he shouted to his family, chase away the guests.
Остался он за столом один. Никто воротиться не спешит.
He was left alone at the table. Not a single soul was coming back.
Слышит, собаки завыли и смолкли.
Then he heard the. I think I've got an end. Then he heard dogs howling, only to go silent again.
Со страшной силой в дверь забарабанили.
And then someone started banging on his door.
Бах, бах, бах!
Bam! Bam! I looked at my parched lips and instantly looked over the old man's shoulder, praying in my mind that Blaine would have come back soon and interrupt his meal monologue. Yet only shadows withered behind Captaron's back.
Егерь от страха едва живой в погреб помчался.
The game master got scared to death and ran to the cellar.
Щелк! Вдруг голос из-за двери.
He slammed the lock shut. Then suddenly somebody spoke from the outside.
Милый, это я, жена твоя.
Алло.
Отвори,
Love, it's me, your wife. Open up.
в жизнь не открою.
No way. Never.
Голос стал грубее, напористее.
The voice became harsher, more forceful.
Изголодалась я, любимый. Дай хоть чего-то из закромов.
I'm starving, love. At least give me something from our supplies.
Уйди, уйди, Христом заклинаю, закричал егерь и упал молиться.
Be gone in the name of the Lord, the game master said and fell his knees in prayer.
Тогда голос как гром грянул.
The next moment, the voice roared.
Целиком не выйдешь, хоть кусок мне отрежь.
If you won't come out in one piece, at least give me a slice.
Егерь вне себя от ужаса просидел в подвале до первых петухов.
The game master spent the rest of his night inside, trembling from fear.
Как показаться отважился, то нашел своих слуг и родных.
And then he gathered enough bravery to come out. He found his family and servants,
Повешенными на собственных кишках.
hung on their own. Oh, not by will, but oh God!
Глядь, а в имении уже дикие звери хозяйничают.
The blink of an eye, his man became infested with wild beasts. Oh, the bear, the wolf, and the owl.
Потому что нету тайги границ. Она частично в нашем мире, отчасти там, где ночь никогда не кончается.
Because the taiga has no bounds. One part of it exists in our world, and the other in the place where night never ends.
Егерь пытался, сломя голову, бежать из проклятой деревни, но истинный хозяин леса настиг его в пути.
The game master tried to escape the accosted villain, but the true forest master got to him in the end. I spoke in a shaky voice.
Что же с ним сделал этот хозяин леса?
And what did the forest master do to him? The old man tilted his head, bursting out laughing.
Спроси лучше, чего он не сделал.
It's easier to name what he didn't do. Anton! The old man's eyes pinned at me to the left. Come on in, Anton. The old man stayed silent for a moment. Then he smiled as if nothing ever happened and rolled his wheelchair back.
Болтал я тебя. Ступай.
Look at me, talking your ear off. Go. I buzzed off my stupor and mince across the corridor.
Было познакомиться.
Nice to meet you.
Петров Антон, и мне.
You too, Anton. You too. Okay, I thought like another jump scare was gonna happen. Okay. It's past 2 hours now. I think now's a good time for me to save and end. Okay. I have gotten scared. This game did got me. Yeah, no, legit. Oh, this game got some good scares on me. Oh, that's good. I'm still a bit shaken from some of the scares. But no. I'm very much to see like how the next one's gonna go. Yeah, when did... Holy shit! Episode 4 came out back in 2023. Wow, and right now we just got the teaser for number 5. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, so listen to this. So the people that have been working hard on the final episode, episode 5, is apparently going to make a very big update too. Counting all of the endings, the length of it will... So, you know, I'm just on chapter 4 now, so I don't know how long, but apparently episode 5 is going to be longer than the first 3 episodes combined. There's like a lot of new art done, that's nice. We already finished what can you expect? So there's gonna be like new background images from the Bloodsoak healing. A grim plot with buzzing twists and endings will keep you awake at night. Are also done. A lot of spite work, including new characters. Oh, cool, new characters. Don't know if you about it being introduced in the last episode. More animated stuff too, that's nice. There's still got a lot of things to do. Let's see if I can do some code, mind the distance to the gameplay graphics, proofreading, fantasy achievements, finish recording and updating the lines first also. And of course translating too. Ooh, no. I'm just very excited to see how ooh, I'm very excited. I very much say like how episode 4 is. I most likely, you guys, is once I am done this first run through, I'm gonna do it again, but do like different routes to see like all the different endings as well. If you guys would be interested, like, yeah, I think definitely I'll do like one run and maybe do like another one for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna like do it again to get like other routes, but like that'll be fun. I think I most likely will be getting the manga as well, but I think due to like legal reasons, I won't be streaming myself reading the manga. I'll definitely read the manga in my spare time. But other than that, I want to say that's it for tonight's stream. I want to say thank you for everyone who dropped by for today. If you just tried to look, it was... No, it got me. Like, some of those skills definitely got there. Bye-bye and chat and thanks as well. And take care. So, Tuesday will be some more work time, however. But bye everyone, and good night.